Good morning, I'm Olivia. Welcome to my Silver Sneakers Flex chair yoga class. Let's begin sitting at the back of the seat. Hopefully you have a chair without arms on it too. All right. Settle in. I love that little massage I get on my back in these chairs. And then settle in, let that front body just kind of sink to the back body. Close your eyes. And draw your attention to your breath. See if you can draw that breath all the way into the base of your lungs so that you feel the belly move a little bit. Your teeth have unclenched. One more breath. And with the corners of your mouth, draw it up in a little bit of a smile. Open your eyes. Thank you. Let's move out to the edge of the seat. Excuse me. Feet under the knees. First, let's just push the feet down into the ground. Notice this engages all this up here too. But I'm going to use my hands and give them a little push so I can feel all parts of my feet either in my shoes or on the earth. All right, and then just let the arms relax. Slide them down alongside your body. Tuck the elbows in. Lift the heart. This is where you're going to zip up the middle here, right? And sit nice and tall. Close your eyes once again. And notice that the arms are getting heavy there, which draws the shoulders away from the ears. And again, pay attention to your breath. This time it's going to fill all around your rib cage. One more time. Nice broad collarbones. Two things to remember here. Nice broad collarbones. And when I say attention to your breath, this is what I want you to think about. All right. Let's take the hands on the knees in front. Lift the heart. The gaze comes up a little bit, but lift the heart. And then exhale. Just separate the shoulder blades and tuck the chin. I'm not going to roll back just yet. We're going to start with the upper body. So on the inhale, lift the heart. On the exhale, tuck the chin towards the chest and separate the shoulder blades. All right. So not rolling back onto the tailbone yet. Just upper body work first. One more time. All right, just up nice and tall. Same thing applies here. I'm going to separate the shoulder blades and then I'm going to bring them back. Imagine they're going to touch behind my body. Press forward. Pull them back. And again. And back. One more time. And back. All right, from here, I surrender. Arms up. All right, and then Egyptian. One up and one down. Ooh. Two different arms? I feel it. And again, and then let's take this windshield wiper back and forth. Nice. Just the forearms working. Elbows stay planted there. All right, both arms out. Deep breath in. And bring the hands back to the heart and over to one hip. Looking over the shoulder. Let's send them right back up. And then the other side, over to the hip we look. And again. One more time. And we look. This time hinge forward a little bit like you're trying to, hinge forward at the hip. Ooh, yeah, one more time. Deep breath in. We go the other side. Hands on the hip, then hinge forward. Feel that stretch come into the lower back right there. And all the way to the front. This time we're going to roll the tailbone back. Scoop in the belly. Toss the arms up and around. Hands at the heart again. Here's the exhale. Tuck that tailbone underneath you. Lifting up and around. And again, tuck it underneath you, scoop in the belly, all the way up and around. Hinge forward at the hip here. So I have this straight spine. Notice that from the crown of the head, you sense that to the tailbone. Bring heart forward, so you pop up just a little bit, release back down, round back up. All right, do the same thing again. Straight back, just hinge at the hip. Keep that back straight. Stretch the crown of the head far from the tailbone, and then bring the heart forward a little bit more, and release down and roll back up. Let's add the arms to this. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, release back down. Right arm out to the side, maybe reaching skyward, and back down. And then the left arm, it does not have to go up that way. Up, that's not accessible. Let's take the hands to the back, and then rise back up. Clasp the hands in front, tuck the tailbone. Lifting up, forward fold. Halfway rise. Exhale, slide down, right arm out, maybe up. I'm going to keep my left hand right there where it is. And then switch to the other side, out and up. And down, reach to the back. Sit up nice and tall, clasp the hands, tuck the tailbone. And lift up, let's just hold them here for now. I'm going to take my feet a little bit wider. You could reach for the wrist, you don't have to keep them together. Lift that left elbow, nice side stretch. I'm framing my face here, my hands are in front. And back up. Sit heavy on that right sit bone as you go this way. Yes, lovely. Come right back up, drop that left hand. The right hand. We're going to bring that left knee in and then reach up. And I am supporting myself here in the back so nobody falls out of the chair. All right, reach it and back. Reach and back up. 2 more. And last one. And up, both arms up. Seated. Star pose. Other side. Wherever you need it. Bring it in. And back. And again. And reach. Let your gaze. Or your hand, gaze follow your hand maybe. So you're going to turn the neck and look up there. All right. And one more. Reaching up. Reach up. Circle sweep down. Come right back up. So we take these sunflowers here. In this way, I know your head's going to stay above your hips, right? And one more time, all the way up. All right, so from here, tuck the tailbone underneath and just hold. Like imagine you've got a beach ball right here. Let's lift one leg and then down. One leg and down. So I'm tucking my tailbone. My navel is pulled in towards my spine. And reach, just like that foot lift. Firing on those core muscles. 2 more. Oh, it got warm in here. You don't think that? Ooh. All right, sit up nice and tall. Let's add this little rotation. That should feel pretty good. Come right back. Scoot back. And then sit up nice and tall. Add this rotation. All right, both hands on the back of the chair. Just point the elbows to the back and just lift the heart. All right. My favorite. We must do this. And around. And switch directions. And around. All right. Come back, come up over that right knee and reach that left hand forward. Reaching it up, maybe up by your face, and then have it come all the way around to the back of the chair and just lift. Now, if you'd like, see if you can slide that foot out. You can turn the toe, whatever works. You could bend the knee. And then release. We go the other way. Here's your dance today, okay, everybody? Turn, reach. Hinge at the hip, let it come up by your face if you'd like. Belly in, belly in. I'm using my left hand on my leg all the way up and around, and I'll put it on the chair, reach to the ceiling, and slide that leg out. A wild thing, we call this. And then all the way back up. Press down into the thigh muscles, shoulders working hard, core muscles are fired on. All right, we're gonna stand up. All right, we're gonna do 2 like this, 2 like this, 2 like this, and we stay up. Ready? Inhale, lift. Exhale. And again, inhale. Push through the legs right there. And then here, if this is accessible, otherwise keep your hands on your legs. That's okay. And again. Now arms up if this works for you. If not, see if you can keep them up when you sit down. Oh, one more time. Stay. And circle down. All right. Lock your feet in. Let's go to the back. Little shake out. Grab a drink of water on your way. And we'll step back into downward facing dog. See if you can splay the hands out here. So really give your fingers a stretch here, okay? And then slide the hips back, feet right underneath your hips. Maybe any movement you might need here. For me, sometimes it feels good to tip my pelvis forward and then tuck it, and then bend one knee and then the other knee, whatever feels good to you here. And breathe. Taking the gaze over the chair, step in on the right foot, left foot. And we're going to take just this little Stairmaster thing, I call it. So up and down. Yeah. And again. All right, let's leave the left heel down and the right toe up. Okay, so from here, see if you can come to the toes. So now even more balance. I still have my hands here, I have the toe on the ground. We're gonna step back, go ahead and use the chair first, and then come right back together, all right? Now, if you don't need the chair, don't use it. If you can lift that heel, go ahead and do it. If you can keep your hands to your heart, try it. And again, and push off. 2 more. And last one. Come back, lift that back heel, and we pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down, lift that other heel. Come to the toe, transfer the weight. See how we do here, all right? Feel my foot doing this, and here we go. Using the chair first, sit back. Good morning, how are you, Missy? And again, sit back. Come forward, you decide. So you're gonna take this wherever you want. Now, using the chair or not. Lift the heel maybe. And back. 2 more. Last one. Come back, lift that foot up behind. Pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the feet out wide, turn the toes out. So my heels are lined up with the legs of the chair, maybe a little bit wider if that's accessible. And lift the arms and drop the shoulders. So as thin front to back as you can be, and as tall and wide as you can be with the fingertips, the toes, crown of the head, star pose. We're gonna take some sunflowers. So you don't hit your face on the chair. Forward fold, keeping the head above the hips. This is about your legs. I want you to push through the legs to get yourself back up here. All right, push through the feet and the legs. Again, let them be the driving force to get you back up. And one more time. And come into our goddess pose. Sink the knees. Now shoulders are drawing together in the back, all right? So we haven't come here, get them back. Imagine the knuckles are gonna touch this imaginary wall behind you as well. Use the shoulder blades to kind of scoop the heart up a bit. Yeah? Lovely. Right arm down. Reach to the ceiling. Look down towards the toes and be sure that knee is tracking in the direction of the toe. Pass through goddess pose. We go the other way, using the chair there if you need it. Look down, see if you can really stretch that right arm even higher. And then back to goddess pose. Deep breath in, clap your hands. Walk your feet together. And let's take downward facing dog again. And breathe. Any movement you need, any little stretch you need, and then see if you can just come to some stillness here. Take the weight more towards the feet than the hands, belly pulled in, tailbone pointing to the back wall. All right, taking the gaze over the chair. Step the right foot in, turn that left toe out. We'll rise up into warrior one. Drop your shoulders, everyone. Chair's handy if you need it. Yep. All right, beautiful. Let's take one. Touch your shoulder blades. Wrap the arms. I'm just hinging at the hip. Come right back up. My front knee is going to stay over my ankle here. I'm just going to hinge. And all the way back up. All right, little baby arc over. Now, either drop to your leg or the thigh or the chair right there. Reaching. Long line from the fingertip to the heel. That should feel really good. Pass the hands in front, and we reach back. You can put that left hand on the chair if you need it or not. And then drop that back hand, both feet deep, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, halfway rise. We take this little vinyasa. Sink down a little bit deeper, press into the shins, right arm out to the side, maybe lift. And then left arm to the side, maybe lift. And then reverse swan dive all the way back up. Step in on the left foot and back on the right and into warrior one. Rise up, sink your shoulders, connect the ribs to the hips, and get your low half of your body really strong. So imagine your feet were trying to go do this. You have to pull in, right? Lovely. Okay, I know I did. We hinge forward first. Touch the shoulders, come right back up. Now, as you do this, you're gonna notice the knee's gonna stay right over the ankle. I'm just hinging at my hip right here. I'm not sinking any deeper into my knee. One more time. All the way up. All right, so we drop that left arm down to the chair or toward that leg and reach. Maybe look towards that arm, but don't fall. Use the chair if you need to here. Nice side stretch. You should feel this really come into the front body right there as well. Belly in to support that back. Broad collarbone still, yeah? All right, so we're gonna switch hands, let them in the front, and we reach to the back. Now, if you want to hinge forward, that feels better to you, go ahead and do that. That's okay. Breathe. All right, drop that back arm, both feet together. Deep breath. And another vinyasa, forward fold, halfway rise. Sink down. Keep that back flat in this position. I'm going to pull that belly in, let the heart move forward. Right arm out to the side. Maybe lift, it's up to you. And switch to the left arm, maybe lift, it's up to you. Heart's coming forward to me, okay? Bend the knees, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Lovely. And down. Step out into mountain pose. Well, let's just step out and do this, all right? Little side to side. It's like you've got a jacket with no arms in the sleeves, so just let them float around. And then release, and then stop. Just let it stop on its own. All right, let's grab a drink of water. Come back. Okay. Downward facing dog. Step on back. And breathe. All right, we're gonna come into warrior two, but you're gonna have to follow my directions as far as which way we're gonna go. You're gonna, hopefully I'll get it right. Gaze forward, step in on the right foot, back on the left foot, and you're gonna windmill that left arm around. So your entire body is facing your left wall of your imaginary box, all right? Front knee is over the ankle, back leg is straight, and then look over the chair in the front. If you can release that hand forward to me, do so. All right, remember how before I've said, first you lift, and then you find length, right? So now you've lifted, and now you lengthen. So this left arm is reaching back as far as the right arm is reaching forward, right? Into reverse, palm to the ceiling, we're gonna lift up. Now, if you need that chair, just drop the fingertips and lift the body. Two things to keep in mind, remember? Nice broad collarbones, right? And your breath, don't hold it, find it. That front arm's up, you were correct. Mm-hmm. Breathe. Let's pass through that warrior two. We're going to drop this hand to the chair. This one's going to come back to the front. I'm going to lift up on that back heel. All right, I need to bring my foot in just a little bit because of a little hip thing here. Windmill that right arm around and hold. Now, squeeze the inner thighs together, firm up that low half of your body. Try not to drop your gaze down. Try to keep the chin on that imaginary shelf, and maybe you find a little balance. You could release that left hand forward over your chair. Drop your shoulders, broad collarbones. And then we're going to drop that back arm. Use the chair if you need to, otherwise we're going to come up into high lunge. Yeah, so if you're going to come into crescent lunge here, you're going to lift the heart a little bit more. Maybe let the arms open. So as you lift that heart, you pull out of that low back. Use one hand on the chair. It's okay. You're still doing that. All right, circle, sweep the arms. Step forward and come into chair pose here. So my knees are tracking in the direction of my toes, but I can still see my toes, right? You could bring the hands into the heart. That'd be fine. Turn the tailbone towards the ground. Bring the heart forward, and that will get that nice straight bone. Yes, perfect, perfect. You may stay here. We could come to powerful pose. You could extend them straight out, whatever feels good to you. Release downward, come all the way back up. Hands on the chair, step back to downward facing dog. We have one more side to do. Deep breath, navel towards the spine, tailbone to the back wall. Now, typically when I come into this, my shoulders come up by my ears, so I'm going to try to lower my shoulders down a little bit. Maybe bend the elbows and draw the shoulders down your back. That'll feel a little bit different to you. Gaze over the chair, left foot in, right foot turns to the back, or to the right wall, and we windmill that right arm around, coming up into warrior two. So resituate your feet, front knee is bent, back leg is straight, reach forward and back. Remember, we lift, we then reach and lengthen. So as far back as the right hand is going, the left hand's going to the front. Take your gaze over the right hand, left hand to me. Palm to the ceiling, let's lift up into reverse. Now broaden the collarbones here. Draw your attention to your breath. That front knee is still over the ankle, nothing's changed. And breathe. The best time for yoga is when you don't have time, right? Drop that hand. We're going to windmill that back arm around, lift up on that back heel. This is like you're pushing that grocery cart fast through the grocery store. You're getting after it. And we windmill that left arm around to the back. If you want to hinge forward, if that feels better to you, that's fine. The idea is to twist this up. So any way you twist it is fine with me. This is a tough place to be, Missy. I should have put you there in the front the first time. It's tough to be there. So just listen and don't watch. And you've got nobody in front of you to watch either. So from this position, fire on the legs. Navel towards the spine. Maybe you find balance and you could release that hand forward. Breathing. Drop that arm up. We're going to come into our high lunge and into our crescent pose, which means you lift the heart. You think of a crescent moon? Was it beautiful the other night or what? Yes. So think about that. Lift the heart. The arms come up with it. The heart lifts. You lift that heart up. It's almost like immediate joy, I think. I love it. All right. We're going to bring the feet together. Circle, sweep the arms, get them ready. We're going to come into our chair pose. Sink the hips back. Be sure you can still see your toes here. Turn the tailbone towards the earth. Lift the heart. Maybe there, maybe powerful pose. You decide. Drop your shoulders, everyone. Ribs and hips are connected. Lovely. Sink a wee bit deeper and push that ceiling back up. We step back for that vinyasa, forward fold, halfway rise. Hands at the crease of the hips, squeeze the shoulder blades, broad collarbones, and then we're going to slide down with those still broad collarbones, pressing the hands into the, for me it's right there at the knees, just below the kneecaps there. Right arm out to the side, maybe a twist. And down on, I do have a little bend in my knees, the other one. And then reverse swan dive. Maybe find the ground with the fingertips. Yeah? And all the way back down. And again, a little shake out. Let's grab a drink of water. Come on back. All right. So our mountain pose. Heels underneath the sit bones. I'm just going to step out so the screen can see me there. Heels under the sit bones. Turn the tailbone towards the earth. You know, earlier, it was the other class, I said underneath you. This time just towards the earth. That's going to automatically soften the knees. We're going to take a deep breath in, lifting. Exhale, press down, sink into the knees just a little bit. Let this calm the body here. Push forward, sink into the knees. Bring it right back in. I haven't done Ujjayi breathing with you before, but it's you can hear the breath in your head. Now this time, push to the ceiling and sink down. And bring it right back in. All right, from here, step one foot out one way, and then we're going to step the other foot out the other way. And go side to side. You've got the chair there. Sink through and use it. Right? If you need it. If not, don't. It's a little bit of balance. So just before you don't, be sure you don't fall. All right. And I'm using toe ball heel into the ground. All right. Connect with the earth there. So let's not go down flat-footed. And again. And again. One more time. All right, we're going to hold this over here on, actually we're going to come into triangle pose. So let's drop that right foot down, turn the left toe, arms out, lifting up, nice and tall. Now from here, I'm going to push my hips to the right. Windmill those arms, keep that right arm up there. Keep pushing the hips to the right and let that arm float down. Look down towards the toes. That's a lot of work while you're reaching that right arm skyward there, right? Yeah. All right. Turn and look towards that arm. Did it find the ceiling or is it fallen down? It may or may not be accessible to you, but whatever works for you, let's do it. All right, come right back up. And we go into reverse. Sky archer, we call this. So that arm has found the ceiling, a little bit easier there. Remember how before we lift and then we lengthen. All right, come right back, hands to the heart. We're going to turn over this foot right here. So resituate your feet there. And then we're going to hinge at the hip and get another little stretch down the back of that left leg. And I'm using the chair here. All right, let the heart come forward, those nice broad collarbones here. Breathe. Now we call this next one forehead to knee pose. Don't be afraid. I'm just going to release my head down a little bit and roll the spine right back up. Nice and tall. Bring your feet together. Now from this position, you know when you step down from curb, you're going to land on the heel, right? That's what I want you to do. And then I want you to bend the knee and touch the toe behind. Bring the knee up, touch, sink into that knee, and then sink it back. All right, you're stepping down a curb, so you're going to go heel, ball, toe this time, right? And again, really working that supporting leg. Yep, just touching and just touching and touch. We're going to take this one more time. And touch. And then go ahead and rock back and bring both feet together. We'll go to the other side. And we start. Oh, we went side to side, so let's do that first. Just side to side. And I just want you to be aware, toe ball heel going this way. So don't plop the whole foot down. Ease into it. Toe ball heel. And again. All right, so here we go. We're going to turn that right toe to the right wall. And the left toe to the front, arms up. Now, as I hinge at the hip, push my hips to the left, I open the arms in triangle pose. And where does that left arm stay? Yes, it's not always accessible. If you need to drop it down anytime, here, it's okay. Even here is fine, but wherever it is, let it find some length. So instead of just wimpy arms, send some energy out wherever it is, all right? Looking all the way down to your toes, work the neck, tuck your chin towards your shoulder there, and really feel that neck do some of this work here. And I'm just touching my leg, I'm not resting on, especially not my kneecap. All right, reach to the ceiling, let it lift you right back up, both arms up. We're gonna keep that right arm up there and let that left one float down. Again, it not only lifts, it lengthens. Breathe. One more breath. All right, left arm to the chair. We're gonna pivot around, put both feet on the ground. And just in a nice pyramid pose, we have hold of the chair if you need it here. Hinge at that hip. And I'm gonna let my right arm reach back first. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Remember those nice broad collarbones. Try not to round that back. Reach on back. Palms to the earth, knuckles to the ceiling there. And then don't be nervous. I have a little bend in my knee. I'm going to release my head down, scoop in the belly, and roll the spine right back up. That's as much as we're going to stay down there. All right, walk the feet back together, and we're going to take that same thing. Lift up on that knee, touch the heel. Lift up, touch the toe behind you. And again, just the heel with that straight back, and the heel, or the toe in the back, you may want to hinge a little bit. The heel in the front, see if you can keep that back straight and back. And if you feel really balanced, maybe try no hands, Mom. And again. You should begin to feel that right leg get a little tired. And again. All right, we're going to leave it to the back. Drop that toe down. Little pyramid pose. Let's turn to the front. Deep breath in. Forward fold. One, sunflower. Let's step the feet together. A forward fold, a halfway rise, that vinyasa. Hands at the crease of the hips, squeeze the shoulder blades together and slide down with that nice bright collarbones. If you push on your shins and bring the heart forward, ooh, great way to flatten that back out. Shoulders pressing down. From here, let's come into our chair pose. You can still see the toes, right? Hands back to the heart. I always look down first. Left hand crosses over. Right hand's going to come to your right pocket. And you choose. Maybe you need to use that chair right there, or maybe you could reach that arm to the ceiling. Your choice. Now we're going to slide that right hand through. If you still need the chair, keep it there, all right? And then that left hand comes to your hip. Drop the right shoulder underneath the left shoulder. You can come up a little higher if you need to. Reach to the ceiling if that's accessible, belly in. Lovely. Don't look back to me. All right, come back. Both hands on the thigh muscles. Tuck the tailbone round back up. Shoulder rolls around. Trust yourself when you get into that position, all right? Because in this position, if you look back to me, yeah, if I were to stand up, this is what it would look like. So let's not do that to the neck or the head or the rest of the spine, okay? One more vinyasa from the back of the chair. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway rise. This time we're just going to circle sweep the arms, come all the way back up. Step in on the right foot. Let's see if we can bring that left foot into tree pose. We can start with this sapling pose and maybe draw it up the leg if you'd like. Press it into the leg, use the chair when you need to, and then see if you can find your tree pose. your shoulders. All right, let's step back and we'll go same thing coming forward on the other foot. I kind of like dragging that foot in. Remember that sapling pose? It's just the heel on the ankle. That's fine too. Okay, here we go. Step in. Drag that foot in. And then you choose. Chair. Maybe you want to move the foot up. Maybe you need the hands at the heart. Find your tree pose. But push that foot into the calf muscle there. Draw the belly in. Broaden the collarbones. Come to your breath. And with intention, step out of this. You all are rock stars today. That was amazing. Amazing. All right, let's take one more vinyasa. Deep breath in. We forward fold. Take this lovely halfway rise. Here's the best part to me is when I stretch the heart forward. Great stretch in the back. And then as we reverse swan dive, see if you can get your fingertips towards the ground all the way back up. Your choice. And down. All right, let's go back to the chair. Have a drink of water on our way. And we will finish up here. Yeah. Okay, so still at the edge of the seat, please. Not sitting back just yet. Let's bring that right knee in towards the shoulder. Yeah. Bring it up. You take it out a little bit more. See if you can get it up. Working into the hips as well as the back here. It's sort of like half baby pose, I guess you'd say. Just a nice stretch. And then we're going to bring this foot over. If you've been told not to cross the midline, you know not to do that. Go ahead and put that foot down. And this toe needs to stay flexed. You're going to press that low back forward. There it is, huh? And this left foot is right underneath my left knee here. You can support it if that feels better to you. You can open it up. But sitting nice and tall will be the key to this. Hinge at the hip if you'd like to. Maybe this little waterfall, your choice. Find your own half pigeon pose. And then using your breath, see if you can relax those muscles. Float this leg over. Now you can put the foot on the ground if that's better for you. Sit nice and tall. I'm going to use my left hand. And then I'm going to slide my right hand through to hold on to the chair there. Now rest your chin on that imaginary shelf. So watch you're not slumping over here. You're going to roll that right shoulder back a bit. And see if you can get that spine as tall as possible. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Slowly come on back to the front. We're not spring loaded. We're going to take this out to the side. Don't move anything here. Walking that out as far as is comfortable for you. You're going to hold that knee there. And again, sit nice and tall. Broaden the collarbones. Lovely. Little inner thigh stretch. Maybe even rotate the shoulders to the left. And then come on back to the front. Walk that foot in. All right, the other side is going to lift up. Same thing. You decide where you want this to come. This is my bad hip. And breathe through this. All right, here we go. I'm going to cross this one over too. Again, support it, open it, but keep this foot flexed. That's always going to protect your knee. Press that low back forward. Ooh. And then just use your breath to let everything relax. For me, that sort of starts up in my shoulders. and then translates down into my hips. That's a great stretch, and I say do it every day. Right. Okay, I'm going to come up and over with this leg. My right hand there at the leg. The left hand's going to slide through to the chair, and then roll that left shoulder back. Rest your chin on that imaginary shelf. There you go. I'm going to mark your hands, Missy, so you'll know next time. Then turning the gaze. All right, let's come back to the front nice and slow. Don't be in a hurry. Without moving anything on the left or the right side of your body, just let that translate out to the side. Come back to both sit bones, nice and tall. And walk mine a little bit further. And then we're going to look to the right wall. Let that right shoulder roll back a little bit. And then back to the front. Bring that foot in. All right, you may take one leg out in front. You could try two if that's comfortable for you. My toes are facing the ceiling, and I'm pressing down into the heels. I have hold of the chair. I'm going to let the elbows point to the back of the chair and just lift the heart. This is where you're going to take those shoulder blades and scoop your heart right up. All right? And keeping the chin on that imaginary shelf in front of you still, so the head doesn't fall back. Squeeze the shoulder blades inward, pull the belly in, lift the heart. Reverse plank. Really nice. All right. Feet on the ground. We're going to slide over this great big beach ball right there in front of you. So round down. Come to wherever you are comfortable. Push into the shins right there. Breathe to the back ribs. Let them lift to the ceiling. And then rolling the spine all the way back up again. All right, we walk back. And then any stretch you felt like you didn't get, go ahead and get it right now. Whatever you need. All right. A little wiggle in the toes, the fingers, the wrists, and the ankles. Yeah. Okay. Settle back into the chair, feet down. Settle on back. Open your eyes really wide. Scrunch your face up. Like, ugh. And then lift your shoulders like you're cold. Let them release. Lift the feet like there's mice on the ground. And release. Settle back in. Close your eyes. Couple of nice deep breaths in. And then come back to just your normal breathing rhythm. In through the nose and out through the nose. All right? Got that? Keep going. for your ears. Life is a dance. Listen to the beat of your heart and the melody and the breeze and the rhythm of your own days. May your steps be joyful. Bring your hands together at your heart. Drop your chin to your chest. Remember, happiness happens by chance. Joyful is a choice. Namaste, friends. This was lovely today. Y'all did great. I keep my eyes on everyone. Wasn't looking through. Okay, no class on Monday. It's holiday. But we'll be back on Wednesday for the same thing, circuit and yoga. Okay, then we go to the next week as normal. But so again, on the end of the table there are silver sneakers, release, waiver, and non-silver sneakers. So if you would take one. Oh yes, thank you. Compost on Wednesday. Okay, so if you bring your compost in, if you have a little bin, great. If you want to bring it in a paper bag, you can do that, right? Or a container and dump it in. Okay, I'll see you Wednesday. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, but I was following him. And then it was consent. Okay. Yeah. When, like I said, when I saw you sit there, I looked at it and because people go, yeah, she was trying to help you. So I'm ready to I think before like a very yes, it's the Civil War. Oh, was it? Oh, okay. I like that. Oh, it's get out. But my church, they don't charge me. So that's free. So when you bought this, it's over there. Okay. Second Wednesday of every month. Embroidery. Oh, cute. I can't take them out. They've been there for 6 years. So some people have class on Friday this week because you're not doing it. Right. So I make a schedule every single month. So there's always a variation. What do you do with the certificate? It's a silver ball, stands, and weights. Kind of low key. And then in between each piece of equipment, there's a part of the car. Right. What happened? We have to watch you. Another. I did nothing, but I really I've been here. Yeah, you don't need the number. Yeah, he was working on my posture, the IT band. Yeah. Up and down the side. Yeah. But I still have. So do I. That's what I put on my list. Yes. Yeah. Depending on the weather. Oh, okay. So what do you do with those? Well, the Theragun, he just goes up and down, beats on them. But it's not that. That is